Rick Santorum is scrambling to spin his way out of trouble over a racial comment he seemed to make during a recent campaign event. Santorum was talking about his opposition to programs like Medicaid and food stamps. Then he said this.
I don't want to make black people's lives better by giving them somebody else's money.
It sounds like he said, I don't want to make black people's lives better by giving them somebody else's money. The following day, Rick Santorum, he didn't deny it.
I've seen that quote. I haven't seen the context in which that was made. Yesterday I talked, for example, about a movie called, what was it, Waiting for Superman, which was about black children.
So Santorum fully acknowledged it was something he could have said. But after his success in the Iowa caucuses, he rethought his position. Last night, he gave a new response.
I'm pretty confident I didn't say black. What I think, I started to say a word and sort of mumbled it and changed my thought. But I don't recall saying black. What I started to say is a word and then sort of changed and it sort of came out and people said I said black. I didn't. I don't use the term black very often. I use the term African American more than I use black.
Blah isn't the word I heard. Let's play it one more time.
I don't want to make black people's lives better by giving them somebody else's money.
I'm not buying Santorum's excuse, and neither is Reverend Jesse Jackson. Today, he released the following statement. Santorum's comments are not accidental. They are a calculation to target immigrants and now blacks. He is appealing to the fear vote that will take us backward, not the hope vote that will take us forward. We're joined tonight by Joan Walsh, editor-at-large, Salon.com, and Michael Eric Dyson, MSNBC political analyst and Georgetown University professor. Great to have both of you with us. Joan, are you buying his answer at this point?
I'm with you. It sounds so clear, and he didn't deny it. And you know, Ed, if I said to you, hey, Ed, you know what? On your show last night, it sounds like you might have said something kind of racist about black people, you would say, Joan, you must have misheard me, because I would never say a thing like that. That's not in my thinking. It's not in my language. You wouldn't say, well, I don't know, maybe I did. So, I mean, that's the first tell. And the second is that this really is what the kind of dog whistle politics that the Republican Party has used to lure our people, the white working class, over to their party, to tell them over and over that money is their money is being given to black people, when in fact, as we all know, it's been given to rich people. So it's hard to take this seriously.
Michael, you buy Santorum's excuse, and is this going to be a problem for him?
I don't buy it at all. I think Joan is absolutely right. Not only is it dog whistle politics, it's the politics of divisive, cynical Republican ideology here. Because if you're talking about government funding through tax dollars, you're talking about Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, veterans benefits. You're speaking about unemployment benefits, bailouts for corporations and the like. And as Joan said, the redistribution of money upward to rich people. So why in the world would you single out African American people, who are a small percentage of those who receive the benefits by the way of their tax dollars? It's their money as well. So you're not giving black people who are on welfare somebody else's money. You're giving them part of the money that they've contributed as members of this society. So all across the board, in every score, Rick Santorum is wrong, and his racist politics, I think, are pretty clear.
Well, let's say he didn't say it. His follow-up has been terrible. Santorum is also trying to play up his work with historically black colleges. Here it is.
There's no one that's worked more when I was a senator from Pennsylvania in the urban communities, both black, Hispanics, as well as whites. Every year I used to bring all the historically black colleges into Washington, D.C. to try to help them. I helped to try to introduce them to people in the Department of Education so they could have more resources. We have 2 historically black colleges in Pennsylvania. The Congress, in fact, had a summit every year for historically black colleges, not just in Pennsylvania, of which we have 3. So I'll match my record against any Democrat or Republican in working in an African-American communities.
Joan, does Santorum's record with African-American communities hold up?
Well, you know, if you have to spend your day talking about all the good things you've done for black people, Ed, you're in a little bit of trouble. So, you know, I don't think it holds up. I think that people know that he has consistently been a voice for the rich and powerful. He's Mr. K Street. He talks a good game in terms of Catholic morality, but he ignores Catholic social teaching about the poor of every color. I just don't think this is going to work for him.
Well, he's not alone. Gingrich is also quick to connect programs like food stamps to the African-American community. Listen to this soundbite from Gingrich.
More people are on food stamps today because of Obama's policies than ever in history. I would like to be the best paycheck president in American history. I'm prepared, if the NAACP invites me, I'll go to their convention and talk about why the African American community should demand paychecks and not be satisfied with food stamps.
Michael, your reaction. Is the NAACP looking for Newt Gingrich to teach them about food stamps?
I don't think we need Newt Gingrich's pedagogy in the NAACP. I think that this is condescension at its most poignant. And as with Rick Santorum, when you have pet Negro causes, you tend to treat Negroes like pets. So the reality is that they begin to isolate these racial strata that they've contributed to, overlooking the broad sweep of history, and which is what Newt Gingrich's supposed strength is. And what they end up doing is reinforcing stereotypical thinking about black people that dismisses the overwhelming empirical evidence that black people are a lot more complicated than they seem to understand.
Joan Walsh, Michael Eric Dyson, always great to have you with us. Thanks so much.